Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have our first regimental event of the 1776 limited time event. So the Revolutionary War. If you are playing in this event, whether it be streaming or recording and upload your perspective, send me the link and I'll put it in the pinned comment section of the video. But our first round is going to be on the Bolivar Heights Redoubt, followed by the Dunker Church. Before getting to our match, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So our regiments for today, representing the Great Britain side for round one, then they're switching for round two. You have the 10th Regiment of Foot, which is the Alabama Volunteer Corps, and then you have the 10th Regiment of Grenadiers, which is the 10th Tennessee. You also got 10th United States, Missouri State Guard, Corps Brigade, Jackson Division, the Kentucky Outlaws, and the Shenandoah Regulars. Whereas on the American side for round one, I think they're switching over to the British for round two. You have the Free States Brigade, 59th New York, Colquitt's Brigade, 2 Corps, 12th Virginia, 7th Texas, and the 51st Alabama. Will also note there is one regiment leading everyone on each side. The FSB is leading the Patriot side round one, and then the Alabama Volunteer Corps is leading the British side for this round. So total pop for tonight is currently 359. The Americans up by 3 right now, and as we can tell, there is no artillery in this event, so don't have to worry about that at all. Our imbalance is as we see it. Frontline reporters today representing our Union view for this round, or the American view rather. You have Archer from the 6th Louisiana looking through that little telescope there, and then representing our British side, you have Tactical Potato. Appreciate these guys so you can see what's going on the ground. We're also seeing what is going on in the sky. Commentating with me today, as always, we have Corded. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Corded from 6th Louisiana, part of 2nd Corps.
Yeah, we're glad you're back. So, as it pertains to this event, everyone has the option. Everyone's weapon either has buck and ball or round ball, and so balance is completely thrown out the window. If you do care about balance, it looks like they haven't adjusted the tickets at all for this event, which why would they? But the British attacking side will have a 29% ticket advantage. But the rounds are going to play completely different when everyone has buck and ball, and so it's going to be great. Corded, in your opinion, how does each side want to play this map?
I feel like our Patriots are gonna have to sit back a little more, I guess, because trying to get round ball down at that range is not going to be that easy. But I would assume that the Crown is going to also have that kind of limitation. Trying to fire into the redoubt with round ball is not going to be super great at range, so they're going to have to try and get close like JD is here. Of course, there's no artillery, so I think defenders are going to have a little bit easier time grouping up, and they have more flexibility of positions.
Yeah, very much so. British are just going to have to, charge in there and hope for the best. The Prussians, though, are going first here for the British side, and an American buck and ball is shredding somewhat. It's like more of the British lines, though, are starting to move up. They're really hitting this side right now.
Looks like 8th Ohio, maybe the rest of the Corps Brigade are going to try and get themselves on the far northern side as much as they can and charge right into 7th Texas.
Oh, and 7th Texas backs off there. They're not engaging. Meanwhile, the rest of the British line is going straight into the Continentals. It's a very not great charge. Here comes some more, though.
Actually, a pretty decent charge considering how it usually goes for the attackers on this map. They're able to get a lot of people up close, and they probably all have buck and ball, honestly.
They should. Yeah, holy cow. You would think with the whole defending team having buck and ball, especially since normally the defenders on this map don't have buck and ball, they'd actually do pretty good, but good charge there. But, I mean, you still have a lot of the Continentals up towards the top. You got the 51st Alabama, and then FSB, 59th New York, sitting up top. And I mean, that's probably why that charge went so well, is just because there wasn't a whole lot of Americans down here.
Yeah, and then we had Tennessee and TKO kind of in the middle of the field in front of the Redoubt. They pulled a lot of people away from that southeast side that the rest of the British had charged down. TKO was just going to go straight in. I kind of wish that our British guys here had actually gotten into the what am I saying? Right up against the berm on that lower side, instead of just staying out in the fields, because then they're just gonna get tore up.
Yep, at least they're getting their flags out though, so that they can at least maintain their spawns. But both sides down half morale states already. Man. I just saw when TKO charged in, Decoys was saying something something, you're gonna die, Patriot, your tyranny will end. So the British pulls back, they're gonna reform. What do you think of this event, Corden?
No, turn around.
It's something. It looks nice.
Yeah, it does indeed.
I mean, it's a reskin. That's pretty much it. Other than everyone having what's basically a 42.
Apparently the ballistics are worse than a 42. So
Cool.
big
Alright,
changes,
well, I
big
guess-
changes. Yeah.
All right, fair enough, I guess.
And new animations.
Let's get on loads, get our bayonets in, move out of
That was
the
always
group.
funny.
Yeah,
Because
the
someone,
animation, I feel like the reload animation, the camera movement is a little weird. Like it doesn't really follow what your hands are doing.
yeah, it's hard to see when you are reloading, but oh well.
That disgusting flag in the field.
It's funny because someone will say in the War Rights Discord, it's just a reskin, and then Trusty will reply with, "Oh, there's some animations there too."
It's like, okay, sure.
But you know, they yeah.
Yeah, the whole telescope that the officers get is pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's actually like if it looks like a telescope, or if you can't even like adjust the focus.
I
Funny.
when I watched the Archer's View earlier, he was zooming in on it, and I mean, I don't know if you can focus it, but
I'm sure you can.
probably. But they hired Pingu. He worked on the Napoleonic mod, which never came to fruition. Which who knows? Maybe they're gonna pull out another event in the future. But yeah, Pingu, for the most part, this was entirely him. As obviously we see, they're very good models and stuff like that. They look great. So props to them on that. You know, at least it's something, which I can appreciate. But for the most part, it's the same game experience. So, I mean, we'll see how this... we'll see how well this goes over the next week. But, you know, it's something new. It's something nice. It's fun to watch. People are having a good time, it seems. So, War of Rights hit peak in players, actually. It was like 1,700 yesterday.
Yeah, it was very cool to see. We'll see how many of those people stick around.
Yeah, it's... There is a good fair amount of comments of people being like, you need to keep this event. If you don't, I'm not playing again. But,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's how it's gonna be.
the community is too small to have this be a mainline game, or else you're just going to split the community. But anyways, the British are kind of focusing now towards the other side of the map. Americans haven't really adjusted yet. Looks like they're starting to. Officers are in a Steam chat so they can communicate instantaneously with one another, assuming they're not screaming over each other. And so far, at least in this event as an entirety, the defenders have overwhelmingly done well. But interestingly, from what I've been hearing, the Americans have been winning majority of the matches, which just makes sense because we've won a lot more Super Bowls than the British. So,
Indeed.
59th.
More Super Bowls, more World Series. We're just better.
I'm just gonna read off some stats here. 59th push out into the open, get some shots, but are immediately thrown back, clumped up in that tiny area there. Tennessee and JD getting a couple good shots back at them. Americans slightly up on tickets right now. So it'll be intriguing to see when the British want to push in again.
Yeah, they are 3rd California Crownsmen. They're running right behind the Patriot line, and 1st Delaware is running right after him.
This is what I remember with the Battle of Bunker Hill.
Oh, you're not loaded. That's good. I missed anyways. I'm bad at this game anyways. So.
Oh no, I'm not loaded.
Righto, I need one of my retards to come help me now. Please, one of the Delawarean retards, come help me by Hans. Please, Jesus Christ. Stop yelling at me, queer. And I'm not homophobic, I just am calling you a queer. Maybe I am slightly, but I'm also gay, so it's different.
What do you think about this update?
Please, I'm just a boy.
Plus, and Agrippa are having a conversation over here.
I'm just a boy.
I think Agrippa's going to be gone, but yeah. I mean, it is just a reskin, a couple nice things. Nice to see people, you know, again, nice to see Warvards pop off. It was fun to watch this yesterday. It's something new. So that's, I mean, sure, it's maybe not something I was expecting or necessarily wanting, but, you know, it is what it is, and I'm enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah.
At least trying to, anyways.
Real question is, what is going to be in update 200?
Not horses.
Because you would think, we hope that it's going to be something that's going to actually get people excited. And it's not just going to be like,
Artillery
well, it's
2.0.
just- Yeah. Because that's what we need.
Heck yeah. The British line's getting closer. I mean, the issue for the British side is normally how the attacking side of this map wants to play. They want to push up from their main spawn. They can obviously shoot outside the berm like we're seeing right now, but they generally would want to either get into the berm, firstly, but secondly, if they get into this area between the berm and a bunch of these like sticks and whatnot, they can just respawn guys and keep putting pressure on the defenders, getting a bunch of kills. But with the defenders now having shotguns essentially, unlike the normal Civil War map weaponry that they get, it's a lot very difficult for the British to do something. And I mean, you can see they're down on tickets, about to hit engage. They're pushing in. Tennessee and JD are just charging in.
Yeah, it's not good for them to be going in by themselves. We also have Corn Brigade heading up right in the center. I think that's going to actually do a little bit more damage.
And the Americans aren't really there, so they're actually able to get into the berm. British hit engage.
It'd be really funny if you got copyright striked for that music.
What music?
When they lose morale stage.
Oh. Oh, wow. So, Americans hold that really strongly. They do get one British flag down. Pineapple Warrior trying to get at least one of those British flags out, and he will.
Oh, my lad, come here, face me like a man.
Whoa, he should move off.
You stabbed me,
We're not getting that
Taco.
flag. Let's retreat.
So,
We're not getting that flag.
man. That's two British flags. Oh. You got Panther
the
and
bottom
Jolly
run away.
Rancher. Jolly Rancher, Panther, someone pick up the flag. It's down. Oh, Dixon is just watching them. Oh, he's reloading. That's something you couldn't do before, is reload your officer's pistol.
Jump him, Gerald.
It is only one shot, though.
Holmes. Run him for his
Oh no.
Nope. Jolly Rancher thinks he's invisible.
Another one, get the bastard. He's in the bush.
Oh!
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, those flags down for 5 minutes. Unless the British obviously run over and pick it up. But if they don't, after 5 minutes they'll despawn and someone can spawn in with it at main. But they should at least be able to get to that one that's to the kind of southwest here. I mean, you have two JD guys running towards that. It's actually, when I did that live stream yesterday of this, the amount of times I said Union and Confederate, off the charts.
It's just habit.
Yeah, and then watch at the end of this where I'll be saying the opposite.
Yeah. It's hard not to say it because I'm like, all right, we got the attackers going in.
It's funny, the rebel side is swapped completely.
Yeah, it's really weird because like when you right click the Patriot flag looks so much like the Union flag. So I guess the Patriots.
I mean, it's harder to see than it was before. So
It looks pretty, like the icon's pretty dark, it seems. Well, you're talking like as it was compared to a few years ago?
no, compared to like a week ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, the British flag looks pretty nice, but
Yeah, that's easier to see.
right.
Nice shot, whoever that was. Good shot.
It's funny, the white lines on that American flag are like really tiny,
Yeah.
which for those of you watching, I just realized you can't see that. Is it
Which,
not
like,
there? No, it's not.
it's hard to make it's hard to make white show up on something that's also supposed to be kind of transparent.
Yeah. You can kind of see it on the Frontline Reporter views, the top center there, just the two little flags. It's a little hard to see, but I mean, even when you hit right click, the opacity, or it's just, I don't know, it has that more old feel, I guess. So, British finally starting to move out, not worrying about their two flags that are down. I'm kind of surprised that they at least didn't get the closest one to their spawn, but some of the American guys stopped that pretty effectively, and now that the British are trying to hit the American left side with their whole team, Americans have pushed out center and they're getting great shots. A lot going short though, but I mean, that's just kind of buck a ball on a big line.
It's historically accurate.
How dare we?
I saw it in like the trailer. They put the two lines like 20 yards away from each other. I was like, Jesus Christ, they weren't that bad.
Americans starting to shift. Here we go again. Oh boy.
I feel like the volleys aren't that helpful, especially like that far away.
If Chuck led, something will hit.
Yeah.
So you got this 8th Ohio JD, 10th Regiment of Grenadier Guard, a lot more. 30th Ohio now trying to flank Benedict Arnold over here. The Americans hit, engaged, but I mean they're up by a third to a half morale stage right now, so you cannot complain.
Yeah, 10th US crossing over the field right in front of the Patriots.
I'm surprised they're just not going for the center of the berm. Why are they running? I guess there's some 51st Alabama completely kind of exposing themselves. Who is this? 59NY charging straight out. And they completely wiped the 10th Tennessee. That's why they charged out. I was like, what are they doing? But they kind of cooked there.
Yeah. They probably could have kept going out in the field and looked straight at the British on the northeast.
Yeah. Or just on the opposite direction, 10th US is sitting here. Which, I mean, 10th US is kind of starting to be flanked here by 7th Texas up towards the top of the hill. And now 10th US is starting the motion, and they're going to charge.
I wonder how close that flag is going to get.
That flag's not making it out. There's no way that flag makes it out. Here it goes. Nice kill.
Hey, friendly! Where you going, boy?
Oh my gosh.
The thing is that the British team...
This is why they lost the war.
Exactly. This is just like Pubs last night. They lost Maryland Heights as attackers. They lost River Crossing as an attacker. I know, surprising. They lost Downtown as an attacker, and then they They barely won Schoolhouse Ridge. Like, they were losing in tickets, but the Americans made a poor decision towards the end of the round. But the British team just keeps running behind the whole American team, and they just keep getting kind of encircled and then losing their flags back there. But now you got to charge straight at the center here from the 10th Regiment of Grenadiers, TKO and JD.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they'll quite be able to overwhelm them. Well, they might. Not an easy fight for them, though.
British don't have a flag, though.
Two groups coming up to help them out. We got 2nd Corps and 12th VA. And 51st Alabama and MSG. Sending a lot of people back up there.
Push over, let's go!
Push him over, let's go.
And they're actually going to countercharge out of the berm now.
You guys are...
Frosty Space, too, from JD. Really well done. He saw the Americans pop out, and he left with the flag for British. Nice job there.
Now you gotta watch out for 10th US coming out from main spawn.
Oh my god.
Here come the redcoats.
They're pissed. I like their little backpacks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the Americans charging out, hitting right into the kind of half point of this British charge.
Oh, come here.
I killed multiple of you!
The British want the Americans to pay in taxes, but the British are actually paying in tickets. My goodness. And now they're just streaking forward. I mean, the British are down one flag right now. They hit taking losses. This is, you know, I appreciate the idea. I just don't think it's going to work.
Turn around. Hold the line, gentlemen. Not one step back. Don't fall back. Don't be a bitch.
Fair. It's a very hard map.
Yeah.
The whole team hits the fucking ball.
Guys, no shooting the enemy officers.
One
Not
good thing
etiquette.
is that since we have a 400-player server, now we can have more than 350 in here.
Oh, yeah.
And we have gone over 350, which is nice.
We're at 380.
Ish.
So, Britain actually gets out all their flags in the end, so but they do lose a fair amount of tickets, but yeah. Again, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to do British things. There's 1,500 people on right now.
Yeah. So on the spawn screen where it has like the factions,
Yeah.
the old font for some of the letters, I was like, ooh, did they use AI text?
I have to
was
look
like,
at that
no,
now.
huh?
I have to look at
Because
that.
like for the S, where it kind of looks like a F.
Wait, where?
On the faction screen.
Yeah, which side?
Both of them.
Oh, like the... It's weird. It's like inconsistent.
No, it's consistent, but
I mean, the S is consistent with itself, but it looks different from the rest.
yeah, that's how it was.
AI is great. I love AI.
It's not AI, but
I love AI. That's why War of Rights is a great game. It's made by all AI, actually.
yeah. Yeah, I can't do horses yet.
It won't output the right thing. Anyways, shootouts have begun again. 20 minutes on the clock. That's the thing too, is that if they kept this in actual game mode, they would have to balance the maps for it. And so you'd have two different games to balance, essentially. And
It also, would be fighting over grounds that weren't fought over in the in the American Revolutionary War, which we are on Harper's Ferry, and you can argue that this one was not part of the Civil War, but what I mean. They'd have to make Bunker Hill or release the map maker. Wink, wink.
Update 200.
I mean, the map maker would be a big one. The more I think about it, the more I think it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal to have the map maker.
Yeah.
As far as splitting the community, because when it
Oh,
comes
the
to
British are
map-
charging. The British are charging.
Go ahead.
Oh, never mind. JD
The
did a little.
British are coming. The British are coming.
Yeah. JD just got the most awesome flank on 7th Texas and then just held their shots for too long.
And somehow I saw 7 Texas didn't move before that.
Yeah. Hey, 7th Texas knew something we didn't.
They also have more tickets. So.
That's true. They can afford to eat some. And now they're heading back.
Tally ho, chop, tally ho, how you doing, son?
Anyone past these guys?
Let me read your hat. Let me read your hat.
The right side, 2 medium
hell yeah, brother.
Fucking love that hat.
Ready for that. We can't have everybody.
I fucking cop that in real life every day of my life.
I'm sure a lot of the EU community is sad that this is going to be a limited time event.
I mean,
Maybe. I don't
if
know.
I were them, I'd be happy because the British are losing a lot. In my experience. Which, I mean, we'll see what happens next round because you would maybe think the British would win Dunkerchurch, assuming they're defending. But here comes another charge. Multiple pronged attack. The regulars up the center, the Prussians down the left.
Full-out charge by the British. Charge on Bunker Hill. Getting some people out of the burn, but they're not lasting. Not quite yet.
They're breaking in the center a little bit though, starting to move over. They actually got a fair amount in. Going for those American flags. Americans starting to turn and face towards the center. And, that was probably one of the better charges from the British so far this round, but unfortunately still has failed. They're almost down to breaking now, and the Americans have a full taking losses stage.
This is our berm, you fuckers! You dirty ass. Flags up, flags up. Get these flags
That's
up.
the last of them. That's the last of them.
And, British are still actually up here. They had kept their flags decently close.
Flags left. We need to keep going left. Flags.
And they're keep moving to the northeast here a little bit. The 10th Tennessee is in a bold position here by Union Spawn.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous.
And these Americans don't see it. Now they do.
We gotta run that flag out because it's
not
very
getting
much
out. It's stuck.
Oh wait, hold on.
No way. Oh, he stopped. Is he stuck?
I got stuck on another person.
Oh.
And then 2 flags went down because another one went in.
And he made the person stuck. Wow. Now that's poetry. So Britain will. Oh my goodness, that's a bold flag run from Agrippa #1 here. I don't know if he's out of bounds for the British.
Yeah.
I think he is.
One British guy runs straight past the down flag. That's why the British lost the war. Supreme blasphemy. Oh,
He was quick timing as an American to the British line and just got one stabbed. It was wow. But a lot of the British that are spawning at Maine starting to move back to the fight. Some are holding center and getting to a shootout, and some are trying to return to their lines on the left side. It's going to be very difficult for them to reform. Especially with the amount of guys spawning Maine.
Let him know how badass the brown
I'm gonna put some fucking ball in my brown vest so I can blast those bastards into the bay.
Oh, what the fuck are you going?
Just gonna noise.
Yeah, Bandana.
I'm going to shoot.
Nicely done,
Kill
Vanguard.
those Second Amendment lovers.
On the right.
Britain hits, breaking.
Give him the buck and ball treatment, buds. Buck and ball.
I think we could technically call Patriots the USA side.
But can you call them Union?
Good question. I don't know if we call them the Union. I mean, it is kind of the Union. I don't know if it was established.
I'm looking it up. No. The Continental Army under General George Washington held the Bunker Hill. Little did they know the British were in breaking, that they were in taking losses.
Yeah.
My brown pants for when I shit myself.
So you got a lot of British dudes in the center as well. Some are actually going in. JD leading the charge here. Oh, stop. You got stuck on the sticks a little bit here. Americans move over.
I gotta reload my right.
Also charging up center. Are they charging the far side? The British are not. Only half the British are charging in, and the half that are charging in, a lot getting shot down. Here we go. That was not even close. And the British are not charging on the other side.
Absolute favorite.
Imagine not knowing all the.
You haven't been to Queensland or Australia.
Oh, the Americans are going up and over.
Oh, shoot them.
Directly ahead. No, he's got me.
And that was kind of a poor shooting from the Americans here. 7th Texas went over.
Show them we want to win this country.
Meanwhile, British actually getting pretty good shots. That makes sense because the Americans, 7th Texas, they're pretty clumped up.
So,
Everything is blurry.
I'm looking on Wikipedia
Oh boy.
for the names of the United States, like before. I guess we were established as a country. So, looks like before September 9th, 1776, we were the 12 United English Colonies in North America, or the United Colonies in North America, and others, it says. And then it was changed in the Second Continental Congress. It's officially changed to the United States of America. So I guess we were like, not that for like 2 or 3 months.
Wow. Who would have thought? And who's that? 59th going standing on top of the berm, shooting down at the British lines here. We'll get their next volley. Should be good. They got a great angle.
I do not know it.
Minion car banana.
He's playing the
I
banana.
must.
You need the banana with the potassium.
I don't know, but I'm summoning more redcoats out of hell right now.
He was playing the
Why would you do something?
Ah, they're not shooting a volley. They're actually overshooting. It looks like a good angle.
Dude, lots of dust getting kicked up by the bucking ball. You can tell so many people are undershooting.
Who needs a lawnmower when you got bucking ball?
Ferret's blood. Get on the rear, boys.
So the British that are moving out from their main spawn, the Prussian group here, the Germans. It was actually really cool. One of these German regiments in pubs yesterday was speaking in German to give orders.
It was probably the German regiment.
No, it was Qual from 12th Virginia. I think he's European, but yeah, he would give the order in German and then say the English version of it. Oh, the British are coming! The British are coming!
I love imagining him being like, he just yells out the command for charge in German. He's like, okay, go. In English. Hey, it's like British might have a chance on the west. At least to neutralize whoever's here. Until first hour comes up from the southeast. It might be all the difference.
Yeah, Americans are going to hold that. Looks like you got another British wave to the north. Both sides about to drop to their next stage. British into final push, which will drop the black timer. A couple minutes, Americans into breaking. If the British capture the point, once the Americans hit breaking, they can instantly win. And the Americans are actually countercharging out of the berm here. 59th New York trying to go that way. And I mean, if they get these British flags down, it's going to be over for them. Even though it's already pretty much over for them, but...
Jackass, you ain't loading. Come here, boy. You ain't loading. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, you gotta be quicker than that.
There's a sorry lack of British accents in here.
What do you expect?
I know, right?
A bunch of them.
I expected more roleplay.
We'll get that in the European event. Don't worry. Recorded here for the
Yeah,
historical.
and then we had to hear, and then we had to get hear their American accents.
Liberty or death! Join or die!
That's what happens when you keep the flag up that close.
Well, that's going to be, I mean, that's basically going to be our round. The British have maybe one more good organized charge left, but...
Well, that's not going to be organized, I can tell you that.
A little lag there. What a great game. No issues at all. I wonder how many American soldiers saw a Prussian soldier in melee and was like, that's an American, I'm not killing him. Because of a blue uni. But here come the regulars.
But you will not.
King and country! King and country! I'm gonna stab you,
I come to take your friggin'
There's just not really anything you can do. Maybe on Dunker Church we'll see something a little more line battle-y. It'll be interesting if we saw the river crossing on this.
I have.
I know. Well, not in this event.
Oh shit, please. I'm so sorry, bro.
It was fun to watch once.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm assuming the attackers did not win.
No, they won.
Oh, what the hell?
Trusty spawned a mega zombie in the back of the American line. I'm kidding.
Wait, really?
No, no. No, the Americans won. I asked Trusty though in the middle of the match to spawn one in, and he responded with haha, but he never did it.
I wonder if he even knows how to do it.
Sure.
I'm sure someone does. But
Cody was in there. He should have done it for the content.
He probably could if he knew the command.
Anyways, Corded, the first regimental 1776 limited event. Your thoughts?
This battle of Bunker Hill was very historically accurate, as far as I could tell. The British, they got destroyed, and that's all. That's all that really matters.
USA, USA,
USA.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's buck and ball on each side. It's kind of what you expect. This event is definitely relying on the more roleplay aspect of things, and people leaning into that, I think, more than the over strategy for trying to win a match. Which, look at this victory screen. I love seeing the dirt mounds, but I mean, yeah, British tried a couple things we haven't seen on this map before. Maybe something just going across the. They're really kind of getting behind the American team almost a couple times, which I'd be intrigued to see in a normal round. But other than that, still a good first round. Nice to see a British flag, but we will see you all shortly here for our next round, which will be the Dunker Church, a very historical Revolutionary War map. And here we are with our second round. Again, the side switched, so the Americans we saw last round are on the British side, and vice versa. So, 2 defense rounds for this one side, and so that could be good things, but of course we'll see. It's Dunker Church, no artillery for either side, and it's going to be crazy. Normal war, or I guess a ticket imbalance, it's a 42% ticket imbalance to the attacking side. The devs in the recent update gave the attackers, or defenders rather, 10% more tickets, so it went from 52 to what it is now, 42%. Anyways, it's pouring out despite there being no cloud, or some no clouds, but some no clouds. Anyways, Corded, thoughts on the map?
Well, I like what the British are doing. They're being a little aggressive at the start. It's something that I wish the CSA would do. However, they're not that smart.
The British are smarter.
The British, however, they've got some education.
And I mean, yeah, the Americans, instead of just sitting back, all right, we're just going to push up and sit on the other side of this defilade here. I think that's kind of a good response from them. And
yeah,
the British are kind of split into 2. One unit off on the right, or 2, 7 Texas. Or not just 7 Texas. They're off on their own right now. They just got to watch it. Meanwhile, British kind of try to outflank the Union on the north side. They're just this is Bull Run. They're trying to go around each other's flanks right now. I mean, that battle didn't happen yet. Never mind.
Now, you would think that with both sides having buck and ball, that you'd see more groups spreading out. But no, you don't.
No. They take it like a man.
Yeah, I guess so.
General Wampingham, or Captain Wampingham, leading the 8th Ohio Corps. Taking their shots, running back. The British are still trying to outflank the Union, or American right side. 59th and 1st Delaware on this side with 51st Alabama.
Don't you have a king?
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
There's a 1st Delaware guy who's team killing a bunch of Germans.
Damn, boss, you're like a historian. You should know they had a king during the Revolutionary War.
Retard. I like my pussy.
Yeah, it's for the king. They have a king, you fucking idiot.
I wonder if the British are gonna shift more people to the right side, because that's where these patriots are going.
If this fight gets into the woods, that's going to be very good for the Patriots side. It's
Oh my
literally,
God. It's gonna be so good.
when I watched Maryland Heights, the American team, they just blobbed up and just moved across the whole map, and the British just got completely destroyed. It was not even close. It was really fun to watch, actually, all things considered. And that's kind of nice, because that map has even tickets, so with everyone having the same weaponry, it's actually, you know, kind of neat. But this American, I mean the British right, you got CQB, 2 core guys there, trying to hold it, pushing up really far forward in the center is FSP. They're slightly in a defilade there, which is why they're able to do that. And I mean, actually some British have gone out and tried to flank the Union, or sorry, the American left, 7th Texas. So the British team is slowly pushing in on all fronts. I wonder if the Americans just all gun it to the forest right now.
It would probably not be a bad idea to just all book it there.
No intention of that right now. You actually have some Americans, 10th Tennessee here, running back to their main spawn. They're trying to outflank this now British left.
Get loaded now, get loaded now. On the line.
Take aim, 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 take aim. Tennessee, lead your target. Fire!
But the open field battle, life for me, that's what this is. Both sides are losing similar amount of tickets right now. At least in terms of a percentage.
I didn't hear a take aim, but...
Load and hold.
So for now, this is how it be. British kind of back off with that little 10th Tennessee flank there. TKO, for all their charging last round, is sitting really far back for the Americans. I guess they have cover.
Nice.
Present! Kaboom! Cut him down, send him to hell!
Major Benedict Arnold ordering volleys here into the British. And, oh, that was a crisp volley from 51st Alabama there.
Is this Yankees right here?
Okay, 12th gate, now's their turn.
Hey, those are a good volley from them.
Yeah. Next time you just spread those shots out, they all just hit the one person. Or that one section.
Hit right in the center. It's always funny when you watch when volleys happen like that.
Hell yeah.
On the left side of your line, you got to shoot to your opponent's left side of their line, at least from your view. Same with the right side, you shoot the right. If you're in the center, shoot the center. Or else you all just, people tend to shoot towards the middle of a line, which is just instinct, or wherever the flag is.
Yeah.
So the British team is starting to give up a little bit on their left, and the Americans trying to push that. I mean, the thing is that the British defensive line is very spread out. So, I mean, the Americans could kind of push wherever as a team, and if they move quick enough, they should be able to at least deal some damage and maybe take some ground. But, I mean, they're content with the shooting in the open. They're slightly up on tickets, and 8th Ohio, now you got the 10th Regiment of Foot, or Grenadiers, I think. They're now pushing up. Here we go. Beautiful move from the Americans here, getting in that defilade. Some want to go in, and some are, and they're dying. Oh. Here they go. Never mind.
Hey, looks like we're gonna get a big American push.
Well, they keep baiting. Britain instantly responds, though, to the south side, pushing forward, seeing as the Americans are trying to collapse in towards their center. It's a good response here.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hit him on top of the hill. One's on top of the hill, right in front of you.
Y'all, we shall spank him, y'all.
Shoot him!
Whoa,
We
I
shall
think I
spank
killed
him,
one.
y'all.
I'm going to spank.
And oh my! I thought Americans were charging in, but it was the Germans. Yeah, Americans pushing up. Are they just trying to shoot? Or are they charging? That's how we're going in. And here they come. British right flank is trying to collapse in the rear. Really well timed there.
You're gonna be able to go right for those flags.
Holy. Who's that there? Two court, really nicely done on their part, getting those flags, and Britain should win this. They are, despite all of this, down on tickets right now.
America's gonna get a good bit of their flags out, it looks like. Oh, they got 3 flags out.
This you Hessian bastard.
That is a very long, like, you knocked your opponent down sound.
It is, but I mean, you gotta finish the whole phrase, right?
That's true.
Let me show you my sniffle.
But is that a British or American flag that's down? It's got the British flag logo. I assume it's American. Yeah, wow. Huh.
Yeah.
They want you to team kill each other in this update. So, I mean, Americans are up. British hit engaged. They did not win the charge, but they won on tickets. And again, that's all that matters in terms of winning. But are you having fun? That's that's the real winner all along.
Mm-hmm. It'd be really funny if they gave you a Patriot moment where you can actually melee with the flag for a little bit.
If you hold the flag for like 5 minutes without dying, something like that.
Yeah, you get
your
to do
ultimate.
it. Your ultimate. It's like the star in Mario. Where you're invincible. You just get to run. You just get to run through people when they die.
That just makes me want to watch that whole fight scene at the end of that movie again. So, American side reforming up. The British, realizing the whole ticket situation, have pushed up. And you have British guys shooting into their own team? Question mark. Why are they shooting?
They can't get enough of shooting the redcoats. It's just in their blood.
I just heard those were enemies and shot at him.
That's what they were doing all last round. So, Americans now formed up, uncontested, can actually push up. The British have fallen back to their second defensive line, which, I don't know if it's better or worse. Time will tell. It's going to be a much further shootout, though, which I think CSA is just, again, trying to avoid the ticket loss of Union. The Americans are trying to use buck and ball here. It's going to be a little more inaccurate than your round ball, I assume.
I see the problem you guys are getting.
You know if that's true or not, Corded?
What is?
Yeah, if you shoot a round ball, that's a lot more accurate than shooting the buck and ball shot. Or is it just as inaccurate?
I mean, technically, the round ball is more accurate. It's not very accurate.
Right, of course, but
you're more likely to hit your target than with buck and ball. Much more likely to kill them.
So, yeah, British, I think, are just trying to keep their distance right now. And to that clock. American football way. So 8th Ohio starting to shift for the Americans. The British line is really kind of held up around the Dunker Church and to the south side. So The Americans could run up to the nipple position if they want, but actually the whole British team is falling back even further into the wood line, which normally on this map, you don't want the Union to get into the woods because it's just chaos, and especially since they have a ticket lead, that really, fighting in the woods or like corn or whatever, really helps the attackers. But with Buck and Ball, it's going to be crazy. 10th Tennessee pushed up towards that number position. 59th saw them, but also got 8th Ohio flanking. They get a couple good shots there.
Reform right here.
And I don't understand the British strategy here. 2 Corps now pushing up to secure that British left. They're almost baiting Union to charge at them right now, which they are starting to kind of go on the flanks. Got JD going down this far left side. And 7th Texas saw him and is moving out. JD instantly does an about face. But 7th Texas Volley only got like 2 or 3.
I wonder if this game mode would kind of force people to decide to switch between round ball and buck and ball.
I mean,
At,
yeah.
like, different distances.
Right to the fence, let's go!
Man, we'll see. 30th Ohio pushes up, though, towards the center. The Americans are starting to take... I am really shocked the CSA gave up. I mean, you can understand maybe the first line, but the second line, maybe they think the Americans don't have any good positions, which, I mean, they have the corner spot here. Not like artillery can destroy that snake fence. 30th Ohio now charging in for the Americans.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Buffalo was shifting themselves to the right to fight nobody, I guess. The rest of the Union's going the opposite direction. Or the... Fuck! The Patriots.
So, more of the Americans pushing up towards the top now. 10th US TKO were the group that just went in, and they got slaughtered, but I mean, they're up on tickets right now. That British right side is starting to collapse as more Americans are slowly pushing their way up to the top of this hill. Americans are keeping their flags back, though.
Yes, in other words, Britain is collapsing. We'd love to see it.
Where's the French reinforcements?
Well, the French would not help the British.
No, I mean for the Americans.
Yeah.
Now, Britain has a choice here.
Come out of the woods.
Britain can either hold the line or push through and try to get the American flags. Assuming they win this by a lot, which, zooming out, they have won this by a fair amount.
Hey, Scheiße, Nita, ja.
Ja,
I'm going to shoot them on the hill.
Shoot them, line them up right here.
Oh, eat my fucking ball.
Eat the bucking ball, you peasant bastard.
Okay, so yeah, at least on the player list on the right side it does say USA, and left side it says GBR.
Yeah, I did forget to say the numbers. 359. GBR is up by 1. That's so weird to say.
Yeah. Is that weird to say instead of the British? The GBR is they're flanking around.
Cancel the update. We don't like saying that. Bring back the American Civil War. I mean, Americans are up by a 4th at the stage.
Yo, I can't hear shit over these guys.
I'm gonna get that
Sister and me to grow up and
They're like the fucking seagulls from
bunch of colonists.
People yelling in the line for other people to shut up.
It's just funny because you hear all the yapping and then someone's like, I can't hear anything. Shut up! Shut up! And then other people, it's like when you're back in like elementary school and the teacher's like, okay, be quiet, and then someone's like, shh, and then everyone else just starts doing it, and it's just whole American team starting to shift out towards this right side. There's really far. This is how normally the Union attacks on this map on Dunkirk Church, as they go down this far right side. Again, the biggest goal for the attackers on this map is to get into the woods, which, I mean, that would heavily favor the attackers with buck and ball. Maybe the defenders, who knows? I mean, Maryland Heights, the Union, or I guess the Americans defending with buck and ball dominated, but a lot of it was down to team play. 59th is shifting over again, probably one of the more quicker responses from the British movements tonight, but maybe they're just over here first. They're going to get overwhelmed in the second bell.
I know, 2 course coming right now. 2 course coming right now. Just see it. Here they come.
Hold, boys, hold.
Hold your ground, hold your ground. Back up to the fence. Flies back. Step off the fence, step off the fence.
So the Americans are overwhelming the British left right now, but yet a lot of British are still staying in the center. You do have 2 tinier American groups, TKO and 10th Tennessee, really distracting a lot of that British team, which TKO really seems to be good at distracting a lot. We saw in a hooker's push a couple weeks ago. And now the British are slowly starting to move over. 2 Corps and 59th got thrown back. 7th Texas trying to assist.
Well, Texas doesn't need to go straight in. They can just set up a line and let the Continental Arm become the difference.
Now they want to be defeated in the detail.
Very lore accurate.
Of course. 5th VA is now trying to go in on their own. They might get a flag.
Or give me death! Give me liberty or give me death! Come here! Come here!
Germans aren't real.
So the American team has completely pushed through. They're going to hit by the sun change. The British are about to take in losses. The Americans up by 1/4 of a stage. Now, they just have to hit the British down one more round. Stage to breaking, they can capture point and win. And I assume the Americans are going to avoid early capping just so CSA, the British, don't have a chance to retake. So.
I'm amazed they didn't kill us right there.
Who sat down and thought, hey, let's have fat people fucking shove
Hey,
each
the
other?
fight is now in the forest. I don't know what battle this would be, but it's one of them.
The Battle of Dunkirk Church, that's what it'd be.
Regulars here. We're just regrouping here. Regulars. On these rocks, form up here. Get your kits.
Well, I feel like you could probably say most of the Revolutionary War battles were in a forest, because there was more forest back then.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I went out and saw like I don't remember if it was. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. It was General Washington's like first time leading, and it was like a fort in the middle of a like open field surrounded by trees. Like imagine you have a fort with a big circle around it, and that circle was probably like, it felt like 40 feet if I remember right, of just open grass and then woods. And the I don't remember if it was the Native Americans and the French, something like that, kind of like surrounded them and then were just shooting in at them. And the British soldiers there, they ran like out of ammo and stuff, and so they had to like pass a gun around or something with ammo. I don't know. It was pretty cool. I might be completely wrong with that, but it's probably, I think, one of the only Revolutionary War things I've seen. So back to our American Revolutionary War. The British are, I mean, you do have one group deep in the woods for the British, that being MSG and 12th VA.
Quick time.
I don't know if they realize that the Americans are right in front of them. But their red uniforms most certainly don't help.
Surely the red uniform will camouflage us in the forest.
Of course, of course.
Southwest. Independent fire, southwest.
So I'd be very confused when I see the GBR forces with the blue coats.
On the line, please.
And
I would definitely team kill.
8th Ohio is going in for a flank on 12th VA MSG.
8th online.
8th Ohio's forming a line. They don't realize they are touching lines with the British. Oh, now they do. They just volleyed into nothing. It looked like 8th Ohio just shot into nothing.
Let me see it.
It happens. 12th VA MSG forced back. Surely someone on the British side during the point of the Revolutionary War was like, maybe our uniforms are giving us away in some situations. Surely.
Quickly as you can.
I don't know how you'd go about changing that though. That'd actually be probably really hard to change, not gonna lie.
Did it what?
The change your group's uniforms? I don't know. Like from red to something else. Ooh, we might have some close range shooting in the woods.
That would definitely break the game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's some bucking ball.
Yeah, good job.
They're speaking English!
The trees are speaking rebel.
And Americans fall back there relatively quickly. I'm surprised the American team is not just grouping up and pushing forward.
Yeah.
They're playing cautious.
Really not a fan of fireworks going off on July 2nd.
I had fireworks going off last night. It sounded like.
I did too. It's like, what are you doing? You trying to make me feel like
Hey, they're celebrating Gettysburg Day 1. But today it's Gettysburg Day 2.
Yeah. They're celebrating the drafting of the Declaration of Independence. It was in the rough draft stages.
This sentence was written this day.
This sentence was taken out because of slavery. No.
The Americans now pushing in, getting a little more pressure. 12th VA MSG are really far back away from the fight for the British, and they actually have charging near the Dunker Church. JD's going into 2 Corps in the 59th New York.
Right here, fire will. Right here, light him up.
The amount of smoke. British flag down. Americans going down into taking losses. They won that charge. As mentioned, again, got a British flag. Hef got one of them out. Again, a 2 Corps guy. If 2 Corps won an award, it would be flag discipline. Except that flag just got dropped in the middle of the line. So
hey, it's the average.
no, you got it back. You got it back. He just died in the line.
See, we've got some good flag work.
If you love flags, join 2 Corps. You heard it here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. They actually have prayer sessions to Bradley, 2 Corps every night. That's why they're so good.
So, since it's July 2nd, we are celebrating South Carolina reversing its position and voting for independence. Huzzah.
Reversing their opinion. Huh.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, alright, fine, we'll be a country.
Fair enough. Americans had taken losses.
Actually, let's see. John Adams wrote to his wife on the following day and predicted that July 2nd would become a great American holiday. Well, how about that?
10th U.S. ran out of the woods, popped some shots in the CSA, 2 Corps FSB guys reforming. Meanwhile, the British team is very spread out right now. I mean, looks like some are trying to maybe group up near the Dunker Church. But, I mean, it's just kind of chaos in the woods here. What do you expect?
Left side of the street right there. Yep. These are all.
Oh, we Corded tested it in the middle of the rounds, but with the telescope, you can focus, but you cannot zoom.
Oh yeah, you can't. I don't even know if you could zoom with a regular, whatever it is, spyglass. I don't know. I think it might be that the telescoping thing is more focused than other stuff. Than zooming. I don't know.
That's what happens when you spectate for too long. A lot of charges happening.
I've never had a spyglass, so.
That's right.
Someone wants to send me one.
Get out of here, you damn rebels! You silly Yankees!
You silly swallywag.
Patriots charging right past the church.
Yeah, I mean, Americans. I mean, there's everything's happening now. British are about to be breaking. Americans can cap and win at that moment.
At the church, we cannot recreate one scene from The Patriot. Just a bunch of people light on fire. I do wonder if, like, if you just put a bunch of people in there and then just kept shooting cannons at it, how many people would actually die in there?
Oh.
Or if you could even like get around through the window.
Just curve, you're already shot.
Yeah.
So, British wins near the Dunker Church on point. TKO is capping, though. It looks like it for the Americans, but I thought the Americans were winning near the Dunker Church, but it was those blue Prussian uniforms. There's no way TKO's capping here, right?
I don't know if you've noticed this, but this is how it is for like all the other guns in the game. But you know, if you look for where the round would be at the back at the bottom of the barrel, the whole cartridge is still there. Like even the part that you tear off with your teeth, it's still in the gun, in the barrel.
What a great game. The Americans are not going for point. They're letting the British side take it back.
They are, yeah.
We have this event for, what, probably 2 weeks?
Yeah,
My goodness, they're going to juice it.
Let's see if they actually like kind of wrap around and try and get the Patriots out of the forest.
British, yeah, they're trying to do that right now. Maybe defeat in detail. Here they come.
Get out of here, you damn Yankees! Go back to Philadelphia where you came.
So they wipe American group. Americans maybe get the flags out. Americans are starting to move up towards the church, though.
This way, buddy, this way.
That's all enemy to your front southeast.
And some of the Americans, JD just surged right out of the woods and they get slaughtered going in on their own.
Come here, you scallywag.
You scallywag. Not me. Not Hermione. You.
Did we get this flag?
That's all I heard yesterday.
Just all Harry Potter accents.
Yep. 7th Texas charging in for the British. They just got wiped. The left side? There's like 3 of them there.
The left side holds. Well done. Katie stands.
Left side, there's a couple of them left side.
Grenadiers on me.
Man, I'm getting confused by all the call-outs in game.
I know, I hear the northeast, here they come. It's like 5 people.
Or it's just friendly sitting there.
Red coats over there. Where are the British?
I'm colorblind.
We got penis hats and we're wearing
Yeah,
orange.
imagine being colorblind back then. Wonder how much longer it took to realize you were colorblind.
Like back
in the day, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what the history of colorblindness is.
Good thing there's probably a Wikipedia pic. Oh, there's not.
As if I'm not already looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, I like how so when I search it up, there's a little AI response. So color blindness or color vision deficiency has a rich history that dates back to the 18th century. The first well-circulated case study of color blindness was published in a 1777 letter. But that's wild. Anyways, back to the match, at least for me anyways. Americans are going to go in, they're going to hit the British in the last stand, they're going to try to take this game. I mean, they probably have already, but...
Blood.
Really need to wipe the Americans out from the forest, or else they will not get out of there.
The British are really kind of spread out right now. Granted, this American charge is so spread out right now.
We have time. Point's not at risk yet. I'm gonna be defending.
Watch those black hats, boys. Black hats.
Looks like 12th VA tried to get around the Patriots, but yeah, Americans have already gone in.
Yeah.
They might get in there eventually. I like on this update. Finally, we're able to reload your pistol.
Boys, pull up behind the church.
That actually stays on the normal update. That'd be something. Oh yeah, that 12th VA MSG flank does hit behind, and they actually get, looks like they wipe a good few amount of guys. Both sides drop to their next stage. British is in last stand at this point, so if they die, they don't come back. But if they were dead, they spawned in. But not a whole lot of Americans left up here.
Hang the king! Hang the king! Hang the king!
I have one last charge. All these people coming in from last stand.
Anyways, Corded, what are your thoughts? It looks like the... it's going to be close, actually. We'll wait. Hold off on that. Hold that. No. Put a pin in it.
Hold it. See if they can actually make it onto the point enough to slow it down. They might.
Shoot me next time. Oh,
That's going to be it. Corded, your thoughts?
Well, that was more interesting than the first match, I think. That initial strategy from the British, that was pretty fun to see. But man, when the Continental Army got into the forest, it was really hard for the Brits to get them out, and that's what really cost them on tickets, I think.
Man, it's almost like Dunkirk Church, the Civil War battle. It's really felt like it. Anyways.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Patriots played a good game. It was cool to see Britain kind of hold out front. But yeah, good 2 rounds here. Again, nice to see the update. But that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and our daily clips channel. It's called Battleline Clips. If you like the YouTube short stuff, we moved it to a second channel. But regardless, I appreciate you all. Could not do this without you guys. And we will see you in the next one. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.